looks like Jack is on Lucci on the right, and we got RJ on red, purple, Luffy on the left. Jack's going first. Teams. I don't know the deck as well as you. Does red purple prefer odd or even curve?
I think it's very dependent on the list, but I think I preferred going second with it because I ran a lot of 4-don ramp rather than 3. But I think if you run a lot of Zorojoro and you plan for it to stick, you can quite happily go first.
I suppose you've got the Bon Clays ramp you there.
Yeah, I think in this matchup you want to go first.
Yeah, so maybe RJ won the dice roll. Jack's the Manchuri gone 7, and RJ's swung 6, playing the Bon Clay we mentioned, ramping 1, and seems to be passing to Jack. Okay. Okay, and now
I think I need
Jack
to
is on.
refresh. Sorry, because I don't have the screen for some reason.
I'll have okay. I'll commentate. Jack's on 5 Don, 5 Don turn. We're gonna see a 6 at leader here. A Lucci and a toy soldier. 4 Don left. We might see Kuzan maybe developed here. We might see a Laboon. The Kuzan, really good early tempo, drawing a card off that, and he's passed the turn to RJ, who is on his 7 Don turn now. Wow. Debating maybe whether to swing with that Bon Clay. Yeah. I mean, it has already served its purpose. And against Lucci, I feel like maybe turning your characters isn't such a bad idea because they could be popped later. But maybe he just wants to leave it for later in the game when Jack starts playing bigger bodies. No, he's deciding to go 5 at leader, looks like. Okay, Jack counters. I think that's 5 life he's on at the moment. I don't believe he's taken a life. It was 6, sorry. And then it looks like he's played a red event, possibly. I think that was Mulgun to get rid of the Kuzan. So that's why he buffed the Bon Clay to get into 6,000 to allow him to use that card. And then it's 7k at leader and pass. That was quite a good turn for ARJ, I think. Just get rid of that Kuzan off the board. And Jack starts his 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Don turn.
Right, sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
No worries. Were you keeping up, or do you want me to refresh you on what just happened?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so RJ buffed his Bon Clay to 6,000 and then used Mole Pistol to get rid of his Kuzan.
Right,
And then
okay.
Jack retaliated with 5 at his Bon Clay. Pretty easy to get rid of that 5 into 1.
Yeah, but it makes sense to swing with because it's so easy to remove for Lucci.
Yeah, 7 here, might see Jack. Yep. Just saying, whatever you put down next, you know, I'm going to threaten it with a Laboon, with a Tempest. Nothing you put down's safe. Such a good card.
Yeah, definitely scary. Use leader ability to go to 10 Don.
Yep.
Which means he can play just about anything. Possibly hoping for a 9 Mum or a Rush Luffy here.
You runs He doesn't run Rush. Oh yeah, he does run Rush Luffy. He also runs Shanks in his list as well. That could come
Oh,
down.
that could be quite good because it's going to need a lot of resources to remove.
He does also run a one of Roger, which could come up if he goes down to 0 life.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting tech. It's going to be the big one.
You think he's going to put the Manchurian to life? Probably is, right?
It makes sense too, just because that card is a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you're recycling Rebecca's off it. Okay, Jack draws two more. He's on 9 now. 9 done, we have access to no 9 Kaido, no Stussy.
Counting trash, there's probably a Tempest kick.
Yeah. I mean, we just need to reduce Big Mum by 5 here. With leader effect and Jack if he wants to pop it that way.
Yeah, okay.
So, could be a Hina play, could be a Laboon, or it could be Tempest and combination of those.
Yeah, pretty interesting to see. Let's start
Rank
with
6
this.
first, yeah. Milling, what Toy Soldier and Spandam he takes. He's
I mean,
not.
say
He's
it's
not.
Spandam in trash is always nice.
Yeah, yeah. He's good seal pieces there.
It's gonna be double Laboon.
Yeah, that is scary to see.
Yeah, that's one way to get rid of anything. The issue is now, if you don't have a Rusher, you at least one Laboon stays on board.
Yeah.
Which means Jack is already in quite a nice spot in this game.
Mm.
It's gonna be another 9 months, so probably
Definitely
gonna
gonna have.
bottom of life another Laboon.
Yeah, he's just giving Jack back all his cards.
Yeah, back to 5 life, is that?
And maybe swing at the Laboon here for 8.
I think you have to clear it.
Yeah. He's thinking 7 or 8 maybe to leave one up for Giant.
Yeah. I mean, you're on
I
2 life, so I
yeah.
think you have a little bit of safety from that. He is gonna swing 8.
I think that's smart. It just has to go.
I think if you don't clear it, then it's just gonna continue to cause massive problems.
Yeah, because if not, Jack just needs anything -1 and that Big Mum's gone. So he has to work for a bit.
Yeah, the more cards you can make Lucci use, the better for you.
Yeah. You got
Yeah, 10.
Tempest. Big Mum's 6 cost now.
Needs a -3 more to be able to pop it with Jack.
Yeah, -2 more with leader effect.
Yeah. So Toy Soldier, another Tempest kick, Hina.
I wouldn't hate like a Rebecca Hino.
I wouldn't
Or
hate a Sengoku into Hina.
yeah.
I don't know if he has one in. Oh no, you can't bring it back off. What am I saying? I don't know if he has one in trash.
Mm,
If he has one in trash, then Sengoku into Hina seems really good here.
yeah. Seems like they're asking about.
Reading Mole Pistol there.
Oh yeah, just because it could pop the Jack. I'm
Yeah, I think
guessing.
he's trying to clarify how safe the Jack is, maybe.
Oh, that would be so much value.
So yeah, 6 swing again from lead.
That was a Laboon and Kuzan, was it? I think.
Lucci and Kuzan, I think.
Okay, okay. And he takes that again. He says, "I'm gonna keep taking them. I'm gonna keep healing them."
Yeah, definitely not afraid to take life. It is going to be a Rebecca. Add back the Kuzan. And it
Oh
is going
yep.
to be him. There we are.
Nice. He had it in hand.
So that
And
Jack
then
once again going to
yeah.
remove a 9-1. Another Lucci and trash. And the
Oh,
Kuzan draw one. Yeah, this is really good here. He's set in such a good spot. That Jack just going to continue putting in a lot of work.
I mean, really, the only thing you can have here is the 9 mum. just to try and
Yeah, queen. So maybe he's trying to
oh
find some options here.
yeah, it's not your ideal play.
Oh,
'Cause that,
definitely
that
not.
that queen is gone as soon as the Kuzan swings.
I think if we start with a Kuzan swing, I think you just have to block it. So
Yeah, that'd be smart.
unless Jack doesn't want to commit Dawn and swings 5, maybe, because then obviously there's no point in blocking.
Yeah, it's definitely a matchup where you want to go wide.
Yeah, because Giant just definitely is card.
Yeah, it exists, unfortunately.
Hasn't really got an option to swing big into anything because of the Rebecca.
Yeah, it's looking super rough. I'm looking at his list now. Maybe in Uso Hachi if he wanted
Yeah,
to like rest something, but
maybe 7 into
it,
Hino. He's gonna let it go.
yeah,
Definitely, probably trying to save the Rebecca for when he swings with Kuzan, maybe.
I think he is worried about that Usopp.
A 5 ton to work with here.
Yeah, I'm looking at his list. I can't really see. Oh, what's that card?
The Rosanante, I think, there. The one that can cycle more by discarding an event.
Oh yes,
And it also restands Don, which is obviously very important for your Giant. And let me
yes.
have a little look at his list. Does he run Rad Beam?
Yes, he runs one of Rad Beam and four Giants.
Okay, so yeah, maybe you're wanting to keep up a Don for that as well. He is running Thunder Bagua, which is really interesting.
Yeah. I mean, you just have so many ways, so many different plays to remove these characters. It feels
Yeah.
so bad.
I mean, having Jack on board and being able to put things like Laboon and Kuzan down is just so important in this matchup.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to start with a 6k swing of Kuzan, probably minusing the Queen.
Mm.
I'm not too sure.
Say that the
Counter.
Queen is definitely
Like if he
your.
didn't mind, I think if he minus the Queen, I feel like he blocked there. Maybe he just wants to make him forced commit the Jack. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just one less 8k swing coming at you, or one less option to remove the Rosanante.
Oh, okay, that was an
Oh, okay,
interesting.
it was the minus on the Rosanante. Sorry.
Is Rosanante's effect on play?
The cycle is yes.
Yeah. He's
Two
countering
K
two
there
for 7.
for Sengoku. Maybe bring back a Kuzan. That's sitting in a really nice spot. Draw you a card. You have two Kuzans on board, two blockers. Really hard here for RP Luffy.
I did forget that Rosanante's secondary effect is restanding 2 down at the end of your turn.
Yeah, most definitely there.
Yeah, I mean, his Kuzans here are untouchable. So is the Jack, and I think. Yeah, well, you can get rid of one of the Kuzans here, but it's going to be really hard to close out the game just with Jack having so much life, I think.
Yeah, I think you have to clear a Kuzan here, but now he's
Yeah.
on 6 life, which is going to make it very tricky.
That could be 7, actually.
It's hard to tell with the black sleeves.
Yeah.
Swing 7. Block with Rebecca. So I would assume the 7 went at Kuzan there.
Yeah, could make sense, right? And then another 7, smart, getting removed anyway.
But
And
just block and 1k, yeah.
yeah, so maybe not. I don't
The
know.
Sengoku being a 7k blocker is just so helpful.
Yeah, it's just gonna make it extra annoying. Just you know, just having to attach Don onto your leader to accomplish anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Jack back to 10. What is he thinking right now?
Maybe the way to clear both bodies. Maybe you can swing into the queen and then just minus and pop the big mom. Because I think as Lucci, you're not in a big rush to go for game at all.
No, definitely not.
Lucci being one of those decks that's just so hard to outvalue.
Yeah. I mean, if ARJ is able to have a turn, hit one of his 9 or 10 drop sticks, he could start to build back up some sort of
Yeah, if
tempo,
you
but
can,
not
yeah,
happening.
sorry, if you can get a body to stick, then you can start to see the tide change a little bit. But it's getting the body to stick that's so tricky.
5
It's going to
finger
be a finger
pistol.
pistol.
Yeah, on the
That's
big mom.
massive as well because you still have Jack, so you either need to -2 the queen or you can just swing into it.
Jerry bringing back Ohina.
No, it's the bottom deck, the
Oh,
two,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then
Bringing
add
back
back. I assume probably a Rebecca. Laboon, yeah,
Laboon.
that makes sense.
So that's just super important in this matchup. Just being able to reach those high targets.
Yeah,
And he
being able
plays
to be able to minus the queen and then just pop it here.
crazy.
You have two things that can -4 next turn and a blocker still, which is 7k as well. So
I think RJ's played, what, 3 big mums in this match?
yeah, that's his third big mom.
So, unless he has his 4th right now, that Kuzan really is just untouchable.
Yeah, because you can't even rest the Sengoku with an Usohachi or a Sanji or anything.
No, not much you can do here.
It's gonna be another
Playing another
queen.
seems a bit desperate.
Queen is just, I think he just needs to cycle through his hands and find options because obviously you can't rely on it as a blocker with Laboon Jack sat on board.
Yeah,
Well, maybe swinging 8 here. 9, sorry.
yeah, 9. Can't be at life. Probably at the Kuzan. Yep.
It is. He's going to let the Kuzan go. I think that makes sense. There's no reason to give too much to save it.
Yeah.
He has only got 4 cards in hand, so.
3 active this time. Wow.
And
Must be struggling.
being able to use Man Cherry again is also so good. I think without the little searches, being able to swing into Man Cherry in this matchup, it's really hard to clear it.
Mm,
Because swinging 6k into a Man Cherry does not feel good.
no.
We are just going to see the -4 and pop the Queen with Jack.
Oh my god. Lucci's so mean. He's so mean.
Definitely not a deck for nice people.
No, I used to love playing that deck.
Exactly.
Exactly. A deck for villains and pedophiles.
Um,
I'm not gonna say which one me or Jack are, but we're definitely one of them.
okay.
Okay. RJ looks like he takes
Yeah,
this AK
yeah,
here.
swinging 8k. Gonna swing the Sengoku.
Okay.
I can see it. He's got no bodies
Oh,
on board. You're probably not too worried for Jack here. You're gonna see a giant clear the Big Mom event, the ramp event.
and he has rest 4 for another Kuzan, drawing a card.
Kuzan, right? So that makes, yes, of course you swing Sengoku because even if he clears Laboon, you've still got Kuzan to rely on.
Yeah. What do you think he's gonna grab back here?
Could be anything. Probably just another -4 if he hasn't got no one in hand would be really good. Rebecca's never bad. It could be a 2k just to defend a body. Actually,
Yeah. Yeah,
it is
that's
going to
what
be a
you're
2k.
right. Yeah, he's the Khalifa.
It just means the bigger bodies are a little bit more safe because obviously his hand size isn't massive, but just knowing you have more 2Ks in hand is scary information. It's going to be the Shanks to come down here. I
Nice.
think I think it's nice to have the Shanks come down. The -1K obviously very effective, but not having any standing Don at the end of your turn here is going to be very huge because that means you can't play a Giant or any of these events he has.
What do you think you swing this into? Do you think you go Jack here or Sengoku?
It's I think
Jack also
if you're picking
6K.
between the two, I think you swing the Jack.
Yeah, 6K body. Oh, he's thinking about defending it.
He's questioning it. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, with no active Don, it would be a very good position to go for game. But I think, yeah, letting him go here is probably the right decision.
Yeah, I think Jack's either forced to remove the Shanks here or
Yeah, I
and
think you either clear Shanks or you go for game. Because zero active Don means going for game's viable.
yeah, you don't have to deal with
But
Giant.
leaving Shanks on board and resting any sort of character probably just means that character is going to get removed by the 12K Shanks.
Yeah,
Going to
is
start
he
with a
swinging
7K.
6 at leader?
Oh, 6, sorry, Shanks. Yeah, oh, God.
Okay, and I've made that mistake so many times.
The amount of times I do it during a game.
You reduce it by 3, so that Shanks is a
Yeah, so
3
he's going to clear the
body.
Shanks.
Or another
Going to reduce it by
Tempest,
another 3.
minus
Yeah, being able
1.
to hold onto these Tempest kicks for these sorts of bodies is massive.
Yeah, he still has a
He's got 6 Don to
0.
work with here.
Yeah,
Well, we can assume the Shanks is a 0. Yeah,
or
there's going to be a
Lucci.
Lucci to come down.
Yeah, I mean, anything would have done it there.
Yeah, literally.
Is he going to swing the Sengoku? I feel like he
I think
maybe.
uh,
I don't know. I don't think he.
you have to, but I
um,
could see why you would.
Yeah.
Um, it depends. I think it depends on how badly you want to keep the Kuzan on board.
Yeah, he is passing, so he does value that
No, he
Kuzan.
swung 6 with leader into.
Shit, yeah, I thought he was passing his turn.
No, he's saying 6 at your face. I think. Yeah, I think because he took here, you're prompt to swing the Sengoku for sure.
I'm wondering if going 6 with the Kuzan was worth the 2 Don. Maybe just using the Kuzan and then bigger leader in Sengoku swing could have been better.
I think it doesn't matter too much. You still get the same amount of cards out of hand because 667 demands 3 cards, whereas 68 also demands 3 cards.
No, but I'm saying what if you swung 4 with the Kuzan without any attached on?
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Another Shanks to come down here. Gonna clear the Kuzan.
Yeah.
0 life, no active Don.
He's cooked.
It could just be a 17k swing from Kuzan.
Yeah, this is
Not
math.
Kuzan, sorry, Sengoku.
Yeah. Probably goes.
6 cards in hand, that's going to be very
Yeah,
hard to defend. Yeah, it is just going to be the 17k swing, and
that's
that is going
game.
to take it. Yeah, the issue with Shanks, if you have nothing to minus a Don on the board when you play it, you will have no active Don for the turn, and in a deck where you rely on cards like Gum Gum Giant to survive for as long as you do, that's a very scary moment.
I feel that red purple really sort of is helped out by that Resonante that RJ played earlier, because then you're able to place your 10 drop and have Don to defend. But
Yeah, I think that was a very commanding game 1 from Lucci there.
yeah, felt like he wasn't struggling. He saw everything he wanted. He ended with either 5 or 6 life.
That Jack was just able to put in so much work as well, and there was just no position where RJ could happily swing anywhere but a board.
Mm. Yeah. He clearly
Yeah, I
must
think
have.
it is quite.
He must
It
have
is one of
stacked
the
his
tougher
deck.
matchups. You say
And Jack clearly must have stacked his deck that game.
he saw absolutely everything he needed. I mean, his deck was about 10 cards large by the end of it. So I think, I think it's one of the harder matchups for Red Purple Luffy. Obviously, just not being able to have any of your body stick on board makes it really difficult.
Yeah, and
Um,
since like most of your end game is just a single body, if you already have Laboon Jack set up, it just feels like you're just sending, you know,
yeah,
character.
Jack being able to keep a -4 along with the Jack on board was, I think, just too strong of a position.
Yeah.
Jack cheering for himself in the chat there.
Love to see it. And it looks like, yeah,
He goes
RJ
second here.
headed to go second, so that is his preferred curve.
A 5k swing just set up trash and then played on Brook.
Yeah, can't beat a good Brook on 3 Don.
Such a good card for 3 Don.
Yeah,
It's going to be a 6k swing, so maybe Bon Clay here. Oh, no, resting 3.
Oro probably.
Or
Yep.
Juro, yeah.
Except this feels bad.
It's scary because with Brook on board, it's not likely it'll survive.
With 5 Don, there's like 50 different characters Jack can play just to snipe that before it gets any value.
Yeah, I
4
think.
Don,
Hold on.
the Boon,
He's going to
Becca.
be Rebecca. Add the
He
Jack to
might have
hand.
the Brook from hand or Hina from hand. Yep.
Hina, yeah. So that Zordro is not going to be ramping anything. I think this is only an issues. If you rely on Zordro in this matchup, I think you want to go first because Lucci on 3 Don finds it a little bit harder to remove it.
Because you'd play it on 3 and then Lucci be on 4 and they just can't really do much.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you would play Tsuru, I suppose you could see Tsuru into Brook, but
But that
that's
feels
not the
bad.
best case scenario.
Nah, that feels bad.
Or Kobe. I think Jack's playing 1 in his list.
Oh yeah, looks like he is.
A 7k swing. It's just going to be blocked out by Rebecca. I would assume the 7k was going into Brook there.
And is this...
Let's get the Rosanante here. So not being able to ramp is a little bit worrying for the RP Luffy player.
He pitches a Rad Beam to draw 2.
Well, at least Jack doesn't have to worry about any rand beams this game.
Yeah. Although I'm not sure if he knows that at this point.
No, I don't think. I'm 99% sure he doesn't know the list.
Yeah. Okay, so a 7 Dawn. Is he gonna try and clear it, do you think? Yeah, he must be. If he's
He's
swinging
starting
4.
with the Brook swing though, so just wanting the -1 from it probably.
Yeah, and the... Wow, so he's
He's
gonna use
on
all of
7
the...
Don. Oh, it might just be Jack to come down. -2,
Yeah.
Jack pop it. Yeah. I think honestly, if you're RP Luffy, I don't hate next turn, although it feels bad, attaching all your Dawn and swinging into the Jack, just because of how much it did last game. Although I think he might on what's he on? He's on 8 Dawn, so he can leader ability to 9.
If he has a Maul Pistol here, it could be really good also.
That's with 6 into the Brook. Clear the Brook. Maybe a Rush Luffy to come down here to swing into Jack.
Doesn't look like he's running any of them.
A Mole pistol could be good.
Although I realise now that Maul Pistol you need a 6k body, so he wouldn't have that as an option actually. Unless he played Bong... No, because that's when attacking, right?
It could be Rosanante into it. Ah, okay. It is going to be the big mum. So
Okay, so it seems we missed the ramp earlier then.
yeah, he leader ability that turn.
Oh, yeah,
He
of
goes
course.
up to 8. He leader abilities up to 9.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my fault. I forget that he has a leader ability.
Yeah, just the vanilla 6k leader.
Yeah, vanilla 6k 3 life doesn't sound too good.
No, definitely not as good as being able to ramp.
No. Hey, Jack here on 9 Dawn, wondering how to ruin RJ's day. He's scheming.
Yeah,
As well.
definitely. I think it doesn't feel as bad as last time he played on Big Mum because there's not anything to minus it so far on the board, and I don't believe he has enough cards in trash just yet for a Tempest kit. I think a swing from leader would fill it
No,
up just enough.
he does. Yeah, he has 8 in trash.
Yeah, so he swings with lead, gets the 10. True.
Yeah. Okay. Now Kaido here would be lovely if he ran one.
Definitely just mulling over his options. I don't believe he's running Kaido.
No.
I think this is a similar Lucci list to the one we had in this exact matchup the other week.
Big Mills. Sengoku takes the 6k, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you have 3 life. You definitely don't mind just seeing the extra cards.
Could see a Sengoku. No?
No, it's going to be Rebecca into Brooke. So wanting the
Okay.
minus.
That Big Mom's a 7 now.
Hina to -4 it again. So it's a 3 cost to pop with Jack. Yep.
Yeah, that's a nice play line.
That Jack is just such a scary card. Bringing in a
Yeah.
lot of work.
Yeah, I think you need Mole Pistol, but you also need a 6k body to make that work, and Lucci is
Plays,
infamous for
plays down the man, Sherry. He's got the value loop going.
yeah.
Definitely a tricky one to get out, but at least it's not as hard as last game because it's not Laboon and it's not Kuzan, so they're not reusable.
No.
7k swing going somewhere. Would assume into the brook. Yeah.
It's interesting you didn't block that.
Probably just being more cautious of wanting to keep this Jack alive, I would assume.
Yeah. I mean, what do you put? You put anything to Jack's life? I'm not sure if you do.
It's tricky. You might want to clear the man, Sherry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because being able to keep that on board and constantly recycle things like Rebecca, so you can constantly use these Hinas to -4 is really scary.
Yeah.
And being able to do it for 1 Don is especially bad.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of life to get through here for Luffy, so it's going to be a mission.
Yeah. Although ARJ is back up to 3 life now, he's back to where he started
Yeah.
effectively. And like I said earlier, all it takes is one turn where Jack can't clear RJ's
He
body.
definitely just needs a turn where he can keep a body on the board.
Yeah. So 6k into life, he takes that again.
Afraid to take these 6k swings when you're on 3 life. It makes sense.
Yeah. Possibly
Swing on
looking for something.
6. We might see a counter on this one, just as a 1k.
Yeah. Tempest Kuzan went into trash just then.
Yeah, so he split his Dawn 4 and 4. That could just be how he likes to split it, or he might just have something crazy like Laboon again.
Yeah, that was a pretty silly
Oh, it's
turn.
gonna be another Rebecca.
I mean, if you have what, another Hina?
Another Hina here, -4 it again. It's -5, so it's a 4 cost. So you would need something else.
Or
Oh, it's gonna be a
yeah,
Brook. Maybe a Hina in hand or a Laboon in hand.
yeah, because Big Mom's a 7 at the moment.
For it's
Yep.
gonna be a Laboon. Yeah, clear with Jack.
This guy just
She
oh,
just has it all. He's not being a very nice person right now.
no. Despicable.
I think maybe just confirming that he is definitely a 3 cost.
Yeah, just back doing black things right now.
Yeah, just making sure RP Luffy doesn't get to play with his cards today.
Yeah, love to see it. Another 7.
I think
What?
this goes into either Laboon or Brook. Probably the Laboon, I think, is the scarier one of the two.
So we thinking a 9 mum
Is
here
this
then?
going to be a Rebecca block here? It's going to be a 9 something. It's going to be
What?
another 9 mum, going back up to 3 life. This is the third
Wow.
one now.
He apparently runs, I'm checking here, 12 in his deck.
Yeah, it feels like he's always got them. It's another, yeah, putting Laboon to bottom life makes sense. It's a very scary card, but so much life for Lucci right now.
Yeah,
Playing the starve strategy, apparently.
RJ's definitely a fan of older women, apparently. A man of taste, a man of culture.
I
Yeah,
think
I can't even
he's just had no choice, really.
Yeah, Jack's life is crazy.
That's 7 life?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of work to get through here.
Yeah. I mean, it can happen quite quickly.
All he needs is these bodies to start staying on the board.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 6k with the Brook to -1 the big mom. So he has to find a way to -5 it. No, it's going to be a big
Oh,
swing with Lucci. Maybe we see the first body stay on board?
it's 10 at leader, so he'd have to use
Unless he had
one
Tempest
of
Key.
his. Yeah, did he pitched Radbeam earlier, right?
He did, yeah.
So, yeah.
Just going to take it. I think that makes sense. There's no need to giant or anything here. Maybe another Hina to come down to remove.
Yep. That's it's just so foul.
Yeah, it's so tricky here. I think this Jack just puts in so much work.
Yeah. When you play a deck, you feel so happy, and then when you play against the same deck, you just like start to despise yourself. This is how
I
you
think
play.
Lucci especially.
Yeah.
Maybe a
6
6k swing,
into
so maybe a Shanks here.
Shanks or I think Shanks would make the most sense.
The 9k body, you can swing 7 because I think both his 9 costs minus a Don, so you can get a back with leader ability.
Unless he's worried about conserving a Don for an event now
Yeah,
that he's at 1 life. Could
true.
be.
I'd say unless he wants to hold up 2 Don. Oh, it's going to be 9,
If
so
this is
he's
a big
going to hold up
mom, I'm
1.
leaving.
I thought it was then. It's the
Okay.
Luffy. Okay, I thought it was for a second then.
I was gonna say it looks like you still have me for the rest of the stream.
Where does this 10k swing go here?
It goes right into Rebecca's
Right
brain.
into Rebecca. I can see it happening now. Because I think you have to swing it into Jack, force him to use the Rebecca here.
Yeah, leaving it active just isn't the move.
Swinging it into life, he just immediately takes it when nice and easy.
Yeah.
So it is just going to go straight into the Rebecca here. And now here comes the mini game of can he remove this body again?
How many cards does Jack have right now? His
I believe
black sleeves.
3 or 4 in his
Okay.
hand.
Yeah, so he
So
doesn't have that many resources then.
I think it's 4 in hand. So he's running out. He's running out of cards.
Of course, he always has the option to just use Jack as a swinger. Can't
That is
remove it.
true. I mean, just swinging Jack alone, it demands a 2k, 1k, or an event from hand. So
Yeah, people
definitely always.
forget that he's actually useful to stuff other than just being like, a KO
Wow,
sword.
I mean, he spends the day ever since he comes down the entire game rested.
He's the world's fucking sleepiest man. What Jack wouldn't do for a wink of sleep, I'm telling you.
It's gonna be
Oh
a
my god.
15k, possibly going into the Luffy here.
Yeah, maybe just not wanting to rest the Jack here, but if RJ
I
has
can
an
see
event,
it. If you don't have many cards to
yeah.
defend it or a blocker, you don't want to risk losing it to the Luffy swinging.
So Luffy's is it 9k or 10k?
10k body. So
10k.
he's gonna have to. Oh no, it was a
Shit.
life. Okay,
Wow.
very interesting.
Okay.
Renee's put in chat, why is Jack playing an L?
Does
It does
feel
sort of
like
feel like that, to be fair.
yeah, I mean if Lucci had the same zero cost event, I'd freak out.
I think it'd probably be banned if Lucci had it by now.
Yeah. I mean what can Lucci really have at this point? apparently.
You've removed those two of his strongest cards, and it's still one of the best decks. So
Yeah, he was like, golden era Prince Philip. He just wouldn't die.
yeah, OP07 all staying strong the whole way through. Still viable in OP11 as well.
Yeah,
Not seeing him go anywhere anytime soon.
crazy. He's like that ex that just won't leave you alone.
The fourth Big Mum, that would be really nice here.
Yeah, I still hold the statement. I will leave stream if another. I will just you know, take an early night.
I feel like you can't afford to play the Shanks down just because you don't want to leave no Don open.
Yeah, it would be
Easy, I say,
risky.
easy takes here from Jack.
Another rush Luffy wouldn't be too bad.
The Big Mum would be so good here. It's the other, it's the other
Well,
Big Mum.
well, it's been fun. It's been fun.
Yeah, clear a brick out of hand, heal a life. You still have a Don active. Very good. I say 2 Don, sorry, because of leader ability.
I mean, Jack here, he has 6 cards in hand, it's looking like. Or 7 after he drew. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, he takes 2 life there. Still has 6 life, which feels wrong.
Yeah.
But he's got to be running out of minus resources here. We see a Laboon and 2 Hinas in life. We've gone through 2 Rebeccas. We've at least used 1 Mancherry.
The thing is, though, if this Jack gets rested at any point, he's gone unless we can establish 2 blockers at least.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think obviously the first game it was so hard to remove just because of the amount of blockers.
They're resting 2 for
It is going to be
Mancherry.
the Mancherry, so probably
Maybe.
getting back a Kuzan. No, no, bottom
No,
decking. Sorry, maybe getting back a Rebecca here. I think
I
Rebecca makes
think a
sense.
Laboon, probably. A Laboon or a Rebecca.
No, he's bottom decking Lucci Kuzan to get Kuzan. Interesting.
Yeah.
Which means he
I
probably
guess,
doesn't have anything like Sengoku. He's going to play out to draw a card.
yeah.
Maybe hoping for Tempest Kicks or something.
I guess he doesn't need to remove it right now.
I mean, you
Uh,
have plenty of life, but it just means you don't want to swing your characters, right?
yeah. Oh no, he
But it's going
does
to be a
have a Laboon.
Laboon, okay, and he's going to
He
pass
has
there. So well, yeah, I don't think he can't minus it enough to pop it with Jack.
no max he can reach is 8, I think.
But being able to have 2 big bodies on board here is certainly looking a lot better than game 1.
Yeah.
Yep, 6 into Mancherry, it has to go. Mancherry's so good, it acts almost as a blocker as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think about 4 here, maybe the Mole Pistol? Mole Pistol would be good here.
I'd love a Mole Pistol here.
Yeah, a Mole
Well, I
Pistol
think he
here to
only
clear
runs
what,
1.
either Kuzan or Laboon would be really good. Probably the Kuzan,
Yeah, you
because
can Mole
Laboon.
Pistol Jack.
Actually, I don't think it matters which one you clear.
I just think with so much reduction already on board, getting rid of your only recyclable KO potential would be the best.
Oh yeah, true. It can clear a Jack. That is right.
Oh, he's resting
Good
something though.
stuff, actually. He's
Probably.
gonna rest. He's gonna rest the Kuzan to swing into it. I'm guessing. Puts it in trash. I'm thinking it's meant to be on the board.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You realize that they must have nerfed that card, I guess.
Yeah.
Was that the Mole Pistol on the Laboon?
I think
I
it might have been.
Yeah, I don't like that play. That
Can't
should have been
see.
Jack. Because you can recycle.
I think the 5. I mean, I think he's more worried because the thing is we've seen so much minus already, and we haven't
Yeah,
seen a lot of the KO from Jack. So there's a chance he just has a lot of ways to KO in hand.
yeah. I mean, both are valid.
Right, yeah, Jack's just put in chat. The Mole Pistol can't clear Jack because Jack's an 8k and the highest Mole Pistol can clear is a 7k.
Oh, he is an 8K. God, I used
So
to play with that
apologies for
card.
that.
Bro. Yeah. That was
Thank you for pointing that out, Jack.
that was actually a trick statement. Testing, see if the chat was awake.
I think maybe he missed the Usohachi should still be on board, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, like any swingers, like
I mean, any body as an extra body. I think it was maybe just missed. Yeah, which is a shame. Put on another Kuzan, draw a card. I mean, it's just more bodies that have to be answered. It's going to be a toy soldier to come down to -3. So it's going to be another Laboon. Okay, so he's going to clear one of the bodies. I assume you go the Luffy is higher power. Yeah, it is going to be
yep,
the Luffy here.
he cycles the Lucci. He still has 6 cards in hand, but something like a Shanks here would be really nice.
I mean, he's definitely got options. The size of his hand there is quite good. I think you. It's hard to try and decide what you want to clear here. Shanks would be really good. Yeah, there it
Yeah,
is.
so he plows Shanks into Jack, and then
So you swing into
yeah,
Laboon. It's a 4K to 6K, so you demand 2 cards out of hand.
I think Jack will probably let this go, and then end up
Yeah,
EX.
that makes sense.
You,
Going to be a 9 into the 7K Jack.
yeah, I can't believe I forgot what power he was. Yeah, but it's a miracle I actually win a few games
Division
without
1, by
reading. I know.
the way. You said it so convincingly that I just assumed Mole Pistol could remove an 8K body. I was like, man, that's broken.
Yeah, I was gonna say I play decks that use Jack and Mole Pistol, and I forgot both of them. But no, I realized Mole Gun. I just forgot what Jack did. Like I say, I don't really look at his power. He's just a KO slave.
Yeah, true.
Okay, Jack on 10 Don, one body on board.
Definitely in a good position. He has a 9 cost and a 10 cost that needs to be removed.
Yeah, and I mean the moment he swings this Kuzan is,
I feel like we've really seen the tempo swing here in RJ's favor.
yeah, I think just not being able to remove that big mom, or just running out of resources in general.
Yeah. Obviously, he went down in resources in the first game, but he had absolutely everything he needed. This game, maybe not seeing quite as much as he needed.
Yeah, Jack's looking at his cards here.
It's a 6. Is that? Yeah. So he's just mulling over his options, I would assume.
Yeah,
Really tricky position here.
yeah. I'd also take quite a long time if I had like early onset Alzheimer's.
I think you need a spreadsheet when you play because you take forever.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've been better with it recently. I shouldn't say
I
that.
have. I think Lucci's just one of those decks where you can do like infinite things on your turn,
Yeah,
and it's all
sometimes you have to stop and do the maths.
yeah. Like as much as a spectator can just say, "Oh, this would be the best," without knowing his hand, we don't really know what's going through his mind.
That is true. He could just be sitting there with 4 Luccis in hand.
Yeah,
Jackson, he's trying to figure out a way to whether or not he can remove both bodies this turn,
both bodies is
which
crazy.
means he can definitely remove one. So maybe looking to utilize a Lucci here. So he's going to be -3 here.
Yeah,
I'm not sure onto which one.
and another -3.
Okay, I mean that's definitely a good start. Said he was -1 short of removing them both, so probably both going onto the Shanks here then.
Yeah, so Shanks is 3 cost.
So I swing the Kuzan, get another -4. So the Shanks is 0 cost.
Yeah, -1. Oh no, it is 0, yeah. Fucking
It's
hell.
been -3 twice and then -4.
Maths. Maybe that's
Looks
my
like
problem.
trash. So maybe a Rebecca, or maybe a question asked about how much counter or something is in.
Yeah, I mean 8 Dawn. You do a
Maybe
lot
looking
of
at a
stuff.
possible Spandam play. I'm not sure.
I'd like to see. He's probably thinking, yeah,
Yeah,
Rebecca.
he's gonna be the Rebecca to come down. Rebecca Spanine Lucci here wouldn't be too bad.
Mm,
Maybe he was checking if he had enough CP and trash. No, he's gonna
yeah,
grab back the Laboon.
I was thinking of a Laboon, just needing a
He's got
decent.
the Spanline in hand. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And he says 4 more to work with.
Yeah, I think you drop. Obviously, you bring the Lucci back here. You clear. Just checking if it's rested. I think there.
Yeah.
If it brought it back active, that would be crazy.
I feel that's the buff he needs.
So gonna clear the Nami and the Shanks. Makes sense. Get rid of another body.
And then he plays a Laboon.
And plays Laboon, possibly just threatening the Big Mum next turn if this Kuzan's not removed. I'm not too sure how many cards in hand, so we have a little
I'm
count
not
now.
sure what the timer is. I feel like we need a timer on stream now. Oh, we should have the timer in like the middle of the Paw logo. That'd be cool. Like a little stopwatch thing.
I like it, but I think that the logo might be a bit small for that.
Yeah, true, true. Maybe off to the side then.
But a timer on screen would be nice. It's probably
Yeah.
a work in progress. This is obviously season 1 of the stream, so
Let's see, 9 into.
yeah, it's into Rebecca. Regardless of where, unless you swing it at life, I think you just automatically block it. It's gonna be the Luffy to come down here. So gonna
Is
clear the Kuzan, I would assume.
Yep.
Yep, it is gonna be 9 is the Kuzan. Makes sense.
Hey. RJ says it's Don active, so going for game isn't really too feasible here. Jack just
No, I don't think you can go for game regardless, not with these
uh,
bodies and the amount of cards he has in hand. I think you just have to look for a way to minus here. So
oh
oh, okay. So he swings 6 with Lucci, and it's gonna bring out the Giants. Maybe a lot of bricks. Maybe he's just looking for extra cards to play next turn.
yeah, that is interesting.
He could, to be fair, he could have like 3 Giants in hand, and is just thinking, let me get this brick out of hand, and hopefully draw into another big body to play down next turn.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, if you don't have another big body, definitely
I
valid.
think when I
So
played the deck, I used to do that sometimes. It depends like you said, it depends what's in the hand. We have 2K here for the 7K swing.
the boon
Maybe
again into Lucci.
into Lucci. Okay, yeah. Maybe I want
That
to get rid of
clears.
another.
Yeah, Luffy. Oh my lord, this game.
It's certainly a grind to victory here for either side.
Yeah, Jack has too much life for RJ to go in,
Yeah,
and
absolutely. So
RJ just has giant.
I think it's just a game of can he answer the bodies for long enough to then be able to start swinging at life. I'm going to clear both Laboons here by swinging into them 7 and 9 into the other.
Oh, we guess here Resonante, maybe?
Resting 5 for
Okay.
Queen. So, yeah, maybe still looking for options to play down. Maybe not got what he wants in hand.
Yeah. It gets rid of a bomb clear, not really useful. Ramps 1, another 5.
Another 5. It could be the Rosinante here. Yeah, okay. Just going to keep drawing. Gonna pitch his Thunder Bagua. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Not really need that either.
Gonna restand the 2 Don at end of turn as well, which is always helpful. Because now you can, even if you drop Shanks with the Rosinante on board, you can then restand on, which is lovely.
Yeah, love to see it. And RJ was
He has
alive.
like 10 cards in hand.
Jack only has 4 by the looks of it, so she, despite having a pretty good end game has been grinded out.
Yeah, I think it's just hard because you're not really in a position, I don't think, to be able to go for it. I was gonna finger pistol away the queen, so maybe he is thinking about just trying to go for it here.
Yeah. So finger pistol on queen.
A 6k swing. See, I think he has too many cards in hand for you to be able to go for it here. Maybe, maybe just not being able to remove a body. He just wants
Okay.
the rest of the
Oh,
Dawn. So probably a giant here. Yeah, I picture a 1k off of that.
is that overtime maybe? Jack looking at his time. Oh,
Oh,
this is bad.
possibly.
This is bad. RJ just clears Jack's board now and then.
Yeah, 9k swing. I mean, speaking of overtime, if they hit overtime and Jack still has 4 life, it's maybe we're not in such a great spot.
I was gonna say if you're at a regional, now's the time for those 3 minute turns.
Oh no, that's never a good idea because you don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone's seen someone hit the infamous with one card in hand.
Yeah, always thinking. Yeah, it's gonna be the Shanks to
Awesome.
come down here. It makes sense. You still have the Don at the end of turn to be able to defend. The cat here gonna just try and also wreck the board,
Yeah.
wanting some attention here, which he's one of his kind. Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna
Yeah.
clear both Lucci's here. Maybe Jack not having a lot of counter in hand.
Into life.
I take 2 life here to the swings. I mean, yeah, they're huge swings.
Yeah. So RJ's really got lethal here on this
Two,
next turn.
yeah, two Don on board, 2 Don active. Sorry, 1 life. I don't see how you go for game here, and
I wouldn't be surprised if the Rosinante bias, even with the two active. But yeah, removing both the Big Mom and the Shanks does seem impossible. And if RJ has another big body, hey, that's a wrap.
I think unless you can play down like 3 blockers, it's probably
Yeah.
you probably swing pray. I don't think I'll get there, but
I think purple Tenkos Kaido is probably your best option here.
um, yeah. It is overtime now. Is just to let you know.
Yeah.
So maybe thinking possibly can he hold on to the extra life to win via overtime? I mean the man Sherry, so definitely looking for another blocker. Maybe just grab back a Rebecca here. Yeah. So maybe trying to think, can I put him to 0 and hold on to more life for overtime? Back at 2k. Pops
Yeah.
a Hina.
As much as umming and ahhing isn't really a strategy, just delaying your opponent with blockers is
Don't know how much
respectable.
he rested there. One too many for a Brook. Okay. He's going to clear the
Oh,
Rosinante. It's one less swing. I think if he has an Usohachi though here, rests Rebecca, I think he can just probably get game here. I'm not sure how many cards Jack has in hand, but I don't think it's many.
yeah, I'm gonna hope he doesn't use it like an event this time.
Yeah. There's a little bit of an unfortunate mishap. I don't think it'll have mattered too much. There's not a lot where he'd have Don open to swing with it.
Yeah,
But
RJ just
certainly an
clutched.
unfortunate misplay there.
RJ clutched all 10 of his Don there, so maybe he has a Tenkos Shanks.
Yeah, it's possible. Not
Oh,
resting
okay,
the not
got a
resting the
counter.
blocker is interesting.
Yeah, I feel like if
So he must not have anything for it. I'm gonna go
yeah,
7 here. I'm gonna take
if
a
he has
life.
the Rush Luffy,
I think if you have it, you play it. He does.
yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely scary. Obviously, you're not being able to go for game here, but
yeah.
being able to drop him to 0 life, you still have a life. I'm not sure how much counter in hand, but I think that might have been last turn of overtime. Sorry.
Ah, so RJ wins, but
I think it was a matter of can Jack hold on to his life, and I don't think he could. Well, obviously, he couldn't there. So
I don't know if the game had continued, whether Jack would have won or not. What would his swings have been like there? Do you think
I
he?
think you just attach all your Don to two things and swing big, and just because he has no active Don at the end of that.
Yeah, and he had what Hina and Lucci, so the best he could have done would be like 10-10. And if he counters one of them, he wins. And I think RJ definitely had the counter.
I think it'd be 9-10, right? Because there was Shanks on board. Oh no, he had Lucci. No, you're right. But we are going to see a game three here, so that's always nice to see. I wasn't very hopeful watching the beginning of that game. Um, he did manage to make a comeback in the end.
Yeah,
And it's good to see the unfortunate mishap of using Usohachi as an event didn't come back to bite him.
no. Oh,
I mean, the
since
chances are the second Lucci turn, he could have removed the Usohachi by swinging with leader anyway. I mean, realistically, had it been on board, I don't think it would have made a big difference regardless.
so Jack has to choose the turn order this time. I wonder if
Yes.
he wants to go first or whether he's
It's
concerned about
interesting because
seeing.
I think in this matchup we do want to go first, but
Wow, we actually have an ad on Twitch. That's crazy.
Jack gonna keep his hand. Didn't take much time to look at it, so it must be some good cards in there. Getting his timer up on his phone.
Nice.
Minus 10 minutes off that timer, you know.
Yeah. I think my
Hopefully keep that
grandchildren
hand
might
back,
be
I think.
available to cast the last half of this game.
It's good. Yeah, definitely a longer game. We don't hate that. That's more One Piece content.
Um,
There's gonna be 6 here. So Jack did choose to go second,
yeah.
realizing that where RJ wanted to go second, but we're gonna see the Zoro drop here,
Or
and it'd be interesting to see if Jack has the one off Kobe to remove it.
yeah, or like
Oh, he has. To be fair, he has the one-legged toy soldier, so he could use that and then play Brook down.
yeah, because that's -3. No, -2, right?
-3.
Oh, it is -3. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But even if it was -2, it would still remove.
yeah, because of leader. Yeah,
Oh, you don't even need it. The Brook -1s.
yeah, I'm a bot.
It's gonna start with a leader swing here. Mill 2. We are gonna see a Brook in trash, and maybe it's gonna be a Kuzan come down. So the Zordra is gonna be able to ramp it on here. We don't hate
Wow.
that.
Oh, we definitely love that.
So it
The
has
5
5
here.
on, but can be up to 6 with a swing. It's just gonna
Okay,
be the
so
4 to ramp.
yeah, it looks like he's going to use all 6 then. Otherwise, he might have.
I think you must. Otherwise, surely you make the Zordra swing a proper swing.
Yeah,
He's 5 here.
Resonante.
Rosinante. He stand on anyway at the end of turn. Yeah, I'm not
Uh,
sure why he swung 4 there.
I feel like a 5 or 'cause you definitely take the 6. So going 5 then 6 would have been better because
Yeah,
that
I
isn't
think
really.
maybe he doesn't want to give Jack too many cards in hand. I'm not
He
sure.
also, I don't think he's used Resonante's effect right to restand on at
Uh,
the end of the game.
he didn't. No, I think you have to be on. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think you have to be on
Is
like
there?
7 or more Don or something like that.
Oh yeah, I forget that there's a condition to
There
this.
is a condition attached to it. I'm not sure if it is 7 or more Don, so don't quote me on that.
I'll get the card up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is 7. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
Man knows game.
I think it's because I tested it in RP Luffy for a while when I was trying to still get the deck to work. Um,
Yeah.
Back in OP10.
I look away from the screen for 2 seconds, and Rosinante is nowhere to be
Is
found.
Yeah, he is gone. I mean, it's easy. Kuzan swing, and
Yeah.
then Becker into Brook to remove it. Gonna
Similar
swing
screen.
6 into Brook, just gets blocked by Rebecca.
Big
Might be a
Mom
big one
already. Wow.
already. So hate to see it. Definitely a little bit of a trickier board to think to remove. You bottom the Kuzan here. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's how that would go. Score wise as well. I think Big Mom would
And
be
he always has these big mums.
Yeah, I know he loves a Big Mom. What can
He's
I say?
doing a great job of drawing them.
A big fan of Big Mums.
The extra life definitely helped him in that game too. Being able to heal 4 life, I think in total. I think we saw all 4.
Yeah.
Well, 2 here for the 5k swing. Use the toy soldier here, so it's -4 currently. So it's a 5 cost.
Yeah, and then
Maybe a finger
Hina
pistol, or
would be
maybe a Hina into a swing with Brooke.
Rebecca Hina or
I'm gonna
like
rest 4.
yeah.
Rebecca would be good here because you can protect the Brook. No, it's going to be a Laboon to -4, so we're going to take out
Oh,
it with the Brook swing. Not going to use Don. I mean, he wants it for something else. Ah, Kuzan, right. Okay, yeah. This is already looking quite scary because he's got Laboon and Kuzan on board, and you can only remove Laboon here.
you can remove 2 things if you have
A Rush, yeah, that's true. Or if you have
or
the Big
just
Mom to bottom deck something.
yeah,
It's going to be a
or just
Shanks here. Okay, yeah, Shanks is really good here.
so
Might be able
like
to minus it.
you might want to defend this. No, never mind.
No, I don't think you do. It's a 3k body.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. It is 3K. I was thinking. So that would be
Yeah,
too
it's
much.
6 into 3 demands double 2k.
Yeah, you don't want to give him that.
So I think using that this early on.
Well, that
I
was
think
when he had
what happened here is
7K.
he drew 2 cards. So I think they're just trying to find a solution to that now of revealing what the card was, so they both have the information, just to make it more fair.
Yeah, I think that's what they do at
Jack up
tournaments.
to his old cheating tricks.
I know. This scumbag can't be stopped.
Yeah,
He thinks he's playing fucking OP11, blue purple.
just trying to draw 2 cards there. Definitely makes the game a bit easier.
Lucci should have that buff. I think Lucci.
I don't think he should.
I think he should. I think
I
that'd
think
be
he'd
balanced.
deck out if he drew 2 cards a turn.
Yeah, I've decked out quite a few times actually in games, especially against the nose.
I mean, yeah, that's a long game. That.
Yeah, if you don't have like CP pieces to like return your characters to deck, it's cooked.
Okay, so we're starting with a 5k Lucci swing, so we're going to -1 the Shanks here.
Yeah.
So with Kuzan swing, you can drop it to a 5 cost.
And then yeah, finger pistol would do it, or
Finger pistol would do it, yeah.
probably wants to
Or
establish a body though, because
yeah,
bringing this Kuzan would leave him with 0 board.
true, because you just swing back into it. You probably have a
Yeah,
big body to play down next turn. He's definitely mulling over his options here. So maybe not thinking something as simple as just using finger pistol. Probably wants the body on board. It's going to be 6k swing here with Kuzan.
it'd be 5, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, sorry, the Shanks, right? So I think Jack may be thinking it's gonna be a 6, then realizing it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, so just 4K into leader.
So maybe if he was gonna maybe if he'd realized that he could have swung 6 with lead and then 5 with Kuzan, but that's
And
okay.
plays
We're
out the
gonna see a Laboon come down here,
so
-4
Shanks.
again into a Brook. Yep. So I'm gonna move the Shanks here.
Yeah, I mean that's nice, just getting rid of it, but it is scary how both your minusing characters are rested now.
He also has to commit quite a lot of Don there to amount of cards, not Don. The amount of cards out of hand he had to use there.
He played 3 on that one turn,
Yeah, you
so
definitely don't hate to see that as the red purple Luffy player here.
3 life, you're chilling. 7 into a Kuzan's.
Yeah, either Kuzan or Laboon.
I think because Kuzan can swing while minusing, whereas Laboon just minuses by resting.
True. But then if he has Rebecca and picks up Laboon, Laboon's usable the turn it comes down, and Kuzan isn't.
True, true, true. So you might not want to give him that.
I think it just depends on which one you value over the other.
Inami, and that is draw two, trash one, I think.
It
You're
is. If you are 8 or more done,
yeah. That's an interesting play. Maybe just trying to find his
yeah,
big
maybe not
boys.
having the big body. Maybe not
Okay,
the
Resonante
Resonante.
is nice. Again, sets up for a big body next turn. 10 shanks if he wants to play it and keep
Yeah,
defensive.
definitely running a more heavy event list for these Resonantes here.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, just having a quick look at his list, he's running one Rat Beam, one more pistol, four Bagua, three of the Big Mom Ramp event, and then four Giant. So there's quite a lot of events there for the Resonante effect.
Yeah, I mean this Rosinante is cooked. I feel though for sure.
Looking at his list, I've just noticed he has a one of Otama in there, which is really interesting.
Mm, six. Oh no, I'm assuming he blocked that. Oh no, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. He used Toy Soldier and then swung, popped it at
Yeah,
life,
yeah.
and then took it. Yeah, I forgot about the Toy Soldier.
Yeah, definitely always a good card. I can see why it's played over to Suru is in that 2K slot.
Yeah,
Because obviously now you have no access to something like Ice Age. It allows you to just that -1 extra is really good. Yeah, Sengoku's a Kuzan here, draws a
cool.
card, has a 7K blocker. He has 3 cards on board that -4.
So
Um,
he's not
it,
able to KO the Rosinante. I would have thought that would have been more important than the Nami, if
I'm
I'm
not
honest.
sure. I don't think you're that worried about the Resonante here.
I think you are
Because
just if you
to
play
remove
small,
to remove the Resonante, you have to use Labuno Kuzan.
but with the blocker, isn't he effectively protecting it?
It depends because one Russia comes down and then it's gone. Possibly. Anyway, I don't know. I think. Oh yeah, Jack pointing out just for anyone watching, it is 1-1. If you guys missed the first two games, um, there's just no green bubble for RJ.
Seven, right?
That is yeah. It's gonna clear the Kuzan here, so I'm probably worried about Russia to not just block and 1K out.
Yeah. Okay, what's RJ
You
plotting?
rest 4 or 5 there? I think it's 4 rested. It's gonna be another Nami. So he's definitely cycling through his deck for something. I'll try to Thunderbug to draw 2 cards here. He's definitely got a lot of cards in hand. Rest another 5, so he's gonna have no, the Rosinante will give you the active Don, so that's fine. Get another Rosinante to come down here, so possibly drawing even more cards here. It is indeed. Gets rid of the Rad Beam, I believe, there. Has 10 cards in hand, I believe that was. Interesting stuff. I think it's tricky. I was going to drop another Kuzan here, draw another card. I mean, just seeing all these Kuzans is very scary stuff. Interesting he chose to drop that before any swings or anything. Maybe trying to make his maths just a little easier.
Yeah.
I mean, two quite long Lucci games will do that to your brain. It will start to melt.
Yeah. That's why, it being a good pick into the tournament meta, you do have to have quite
Gonna
a
swing,
stable mind.
yeah, gonna swing 8. Get the giant out of hand. We're gonna pitch a Bonclay for it. So many cards in hand. It's crazy. I'm wondering what he's searching for here. Maybe another Shanks or something.
Yeah, he hasn't played a 10 drop for 2 turns in a row now, so
Yeah, but he's drawn about 10 cards at this point.
yeah. Okay. Six at leader.
Maybe, I think that's a 7k. Oh no, gonna rest. He's gonna block with a Sengoku. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a free block.
Yeah, makes sense. 2k out of the next swing here. It is going to be a Shanks to come down here. Gonna send that probably. Oh no, into life. Okay, maybe wanting to not have this game go on for quite as long. Maybe thinking there's no point in me trying to remove all of these bodies because he has 3 things to -4.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So Lucci on 10 Dawn. I mean, you're able to remove this Shanks pretty comfortably. If I was Jack, I don't think I'd bother attaching Dawn
I
to
mean,
the.
yeah, I mean, without committing any Dawn, you have -13 on board currently with leader swing and the 3 -4s.
Yeah.
They
So where's
got a
this
6k swing here.
into Rosinante, I'd guess.
Possibly into life here. He's got 1 life, so regardless, it's going to be a 1k no matter where it swings.
Yeah.
He has so many cards in hand.
I know he's got a library. Yeah, we are going to see -4 on the Shanks.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm assuming the Lucci -1 it as well.
What is this guy doing?
Maybe 6 for Kuzan here to -4 something again.
He's going 5 at nothing, apparently.
Oh yeah, it's Shanks.
Yeah, this guy, bro.
It's 5k swing. Maybe both, but I think both players there possibly forgetting the effect of Shanks there.
Yeah.
As
Oh
we
no,
see
he
him.
had
Oh
the
no,
library.
there we go. We've just caught it. He's added the counter
Yeah.
back to hand.
ARJ said, Jack, get your Dementia Brain in gear.
Clearly, Shanks is on the board.
Yeah,
It's so easy to forget.
yeah.
Maybe discussing what they want to do here.
Yeah, RJ might have been like, "Oh, you can
I
take
think,
that back."
yeah, I
Jack said,
think
like, "Oh,
maybe saying it's fine here. Actually, I think he was just letting him get away with it.
yeah." Because I mean, now Jack does know a card in RJ's hand. Yeah,
Yeah,
pops a shot.
finger pistol here.
Okay. How many Don does Jack have left here? He
4.
has 4. Yeah, because it's
So it
two
could
attacks.
be just a Rebecca add back something like some
Rebecca Brooke,
Kuzan
I
or
wouldn't
something to
take.
your hand.
Rebecca Brooke to clear Resonante.
Yeah, if I think
So
if you have Rebecca into Brook, you could probably swing the next Kuzan, remove one of these Resonantes because being
well,
able to have two 6k bodies is very important.
there's not a
Very
lot you really want to replace on your board. Is the only thing.
That is true. It's going to be a Rebecca here. Going to add back a Brook, so it is going to be a Brook coming down into something.
I mean, in my
Oh, so
opinion,
he's already -4'd one of the Resonantes. I sorry, because he finger pistoled the Shanks, so it's leader
yeah,
swing and 1 -4 went on Shanks.
I don't know how much I like that playing over the Kuzan. I guess he has Kuzan and Laboon already,
And
and
2 blockers. I
yeah,
don't hate it.
no, I'd say it's still fairly safe because whatever RJ
Now he
plays
has a
now,
way to
man,
remove something on board.
yeah, I think that was smart. RJ wondering what 9 or 10 costs to play this turn. He
I
has
mean,
one of
he's got to have his pick with the amount of cards he's drawn.
yeah, surely.
Probably Big Mom. He loves those. I could see maybe a rush come down, maybe force a block with some cards out of hand. I don't hate that play.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, that Sengoku just like
Yeah,
super tough.
it's such a tricky board to try and answer here.
Yeah, 'cause whatever you swing into, like if it's not at least 7K, it's getting the blocker.
Maybe another Shanks. Yeah,
Yeah,
pressing 10 for Shanks here. So he's going to have the 2/6k swings here. One likely going, well, they're likely going into Brook to begin with.
I feel like Brook has to go, right?
Yeah, I think you swing into Brook. I think you can't rest Sengoku to block it because Sengoku is a 6k.
Yeah, and Shanks will just like pile drive Sengoku. Jack does have 6 cards in hand, I think I saw on his dice, so
I believe so, yeah.
yeah, so
There's a chance he could counter out, but it's a 3k Brook, so he would need 4 2ks for 2/6k swings into it.
yeah. Because he's ideally thinking of blocking the Shanks swing with his Rebecca, which
Yeah.
means that even if he
He's
oh
gonna, oh, it was into
yeah.
Laboon, and he's gonna let the Laboon go here.
Oh
I'm guessing this 6 probably going into the Brook here.
yeah.
He's gonna
Uh
rest and 1k.
yeah, that's smart, and then he can Rebecca the Shanks.
Yeah, because no matter where this Shank swings, it's going straight into the Rebecca blocker. I'm
Yep,
gonna counter out with a
Rebecca.
Laboon here. I think he's thinking about where he's going to swing, but I don't think it matters because I think it's just going to the Rebecca blocker.
Yeah, I don't know what he's contemplating about.
I think
Maybe
maybe
think
he's thinking
what?
if he doesn't want to block with Rebecca because he wants to defend Kuzan next turn.
No, but
I think blocking with Rebecca that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, Rihanna of the trading card game. Okay, and Jackson, 10th on again. How hard is it to remove Shanks here? He has -6. Well, he can KO 6 with his current board, so he just needs. Hina would do the trick. Um, yeah, Hina's probably the best thing, or another Laboon. We did see him counter with a Laboon, so he might have another one in hand. We know,
Possibly, or he might just want to hold on to that card in his hand. It's also likely.
yeah.
I really can't tell which way this game's going to go just yet.
Jack says at this point he has 12 cards in deck. So,
Oh, okay. He hasn't
that's
seen a single Lucci. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Sometimes it happens.
At this point, you might want to consider using Spandam just to, fill your deck back up.
Yeah, back into Khalifa. Like, what do you add? Like, what do you bring back? Like, you can't. There's no good option. We got 6, and it's gonna be a 5. I think he forgot again. We get counted. So yeah, that's a 5k swing, right? Not a 6.
Yeah, so 5 into 6 gives him the Usopp event. Yeah,
I think both players may be feeling the effect of a long game here.
yeah, fatigue is definitely kicked in here. I mean, I might try it. I might honestly try it next tournament, just see what I can get away with.
Let's not give you any ideas. It's gonna be
Okay,
the
yeah,
Rebecca into Hina.
Shanks is cooked.
And then
Kid's
it's
wet
going to just
dream.
be a big swing from Brooke, KOing the
Yeah,
Shanks here. I don't
and
mind
he's
seeing the block from Onami here, possibly. It depends how badly he wants the extra body on board, but having it on board for as long as he has is a shock already. I think it is a bit of a risk, obviously, leaving a blocker up against Lucci.
I mean, it's what, 2 cards, or maybe he wants a giant.
Yeah, or he's holding both on, so maybe a Thunder Bagua to get out of this.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the swing perhaps going into the Rosa Nante here instead. Was it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7k swing? So it's just a 2k. Oh no, Shanks is gone. My apologies. It is an 8k swing. So it's going to be a Thunder Bagua to save whatever he was swinging into.
Yeah.
Shade being thrown in the chat now.
But I was just discussing the point where if you can't find enough of one of your cards, maybe 4 just isn't enough.
Do you know what? Why stop at 4? Why not play 6? As long as you're not deck checked, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, just honestly, just getting away with whatever you can might be the new meta.
I see a 7K swing here. It's going to be blocked by Rebecca regardless. Maybe the Rush Luffy. Probably swinging into Kuzan here, I would assume.
Yeah, I'd hope so. Well, that is only 2 cards out of Jack's hand if he wants to block. Oh no.
But no, he's just going to let the blocker go. Maybe not having much counter in hand here. Maybe just not wanting to commit the cards.
Okay, and then 7. Oh wow. Yeah, nice counter. You see 2 and a 1.
Yeah. So I would
Um
assume the 7 went into the Kuzan then.
yeah, it was blocked anyway. Okay, Jack refreshes. RJ with 0 active Dawn. So he does have quite a thick hand.
Yeah, see, he has got a lot of cards in hand, so maybe not just YOLOing it for a game. It's probably not the right choice here.
Okay, the
Depends
6.
whether you can remove these bodies, I guess.
Yeah, 6K is actually 6K this time, and I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
we're not brain melting. Oh, he forgot the Rosinante restand, so he does have 2 active Dawn.
Oh wow.
Yeah, even I missed that one. To be fair.
Yeah. Counters with a queen. I think he flashed up 7 there. I could be
I
mistaken.
believe so. I'm not sure. Yeah, so there's been a couple of misplays throughout this series, but it's okay. It seems like it was quite well sorted out.
Yeah. Another 6. Getting a 2K there, so just proving again why going wide is very viable against
Maybe
red
a
purple.
Tempest kick here to -3. The perhaps the Luffy. It depends on whether or not he's found Lucci, because maybe he can remove both.
Yeah, 'cause if that was on
He
Luffy,
would need something else. He is going to find the Lucci, so it's going to be Hina into Lucci.
and that's both of them.
Remove both. Yeah. Finally seeing a Lucci come down. I think Lucci would have been really good when we only had the 2 Rosinantes and Onami on board.
Yeah.
Be able to put some cards on the bottom. His deck's looking mighty thin.
Mm,
Is that how many cards is that? He has 2 cards in hand.
yeah, 2 in hand isn't. I'm not loving that.
No, I'm sure he's not either. But you have a full board, and I believe he's got nothing, so that's not
With
too
with
bad.
with a with a Russia, you can take out Kuzan and Jack down to 1 life and sort of force him to go for game turn. Doesn't have any blockers because in the 2 cards in hand he doesn't, and RJ still has a life and a blocker of his own.
Yeah, but he can't pay down the 10 cost because he's not going to be able to restand on with Rosinante this time.
Yeah.
That being said, if I just have a quick look at his deck list. Oh no, he's playing 3. Okay, so I believe we've seen 2.
6, yeah, he gives it to him. Either unable to or just doesn't want to.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. If you have 2 cards in hand, you have to be very careful because if you go down to 0, then
Yeah. Oh, are we gonna
the
see
Onami suddenly looks really scary. It is
Big
the big man
Mom?
to come down, so he's going
Yes,
to
we're
go 2
extending the
life. This
game.
seems really good here.
We're extending the game, Rowan.
I mean, why not? It's going to be 2. Does he choose to bottom of life something here?
I'd say the
I don't hate bottom a Lucci here probably because it's got no counter.
oh,
Opting to not bottom deck anything here, I can see it. You don't want to give him an extra life.
I don't know.
Um,
I feel like
I, I think it's
with 3 in
because
hand, you don't have any tools, and if you get rid of Rook, it means he can't really reach your Nami blocker, as now he can. So.
okay, sorry, Jackson. It's 2 minutes until overtime, so he's probably just concerned
Oh,
about giving him the extra life. I think here as well, where he only has 3 cards in hand, if you can comfortably survive your turn, you could almost threaten lethal, probably using the Onami blocker here.
yeah.
It's just going to take the 6K swing here.
Yeah, I mean, if you just like spam board, and then if you have any blockers,
Gonna be another 6 here. Oh, possibly thinking about taking it here, which is interesting.
I feel like you definitely don't. But
I feel like he 1k this, but maybe he doesn't want to commit the cards he has in hand.
you're not playing One Piece. You're playing overtime at this
He
point.
does take it, which is really interesting.
Yeah, because now
Another
he's gonna have
6.
to.
You've got a 1k, yeah. He's gonna 2k it, so it means he probably didn't have a one. Well, he didn't have a 1k then. Which is interesting. We're just looking for maybe a big swing here from lead.
I mean, RJ is gonna have to
Or
take Jack down to 0 life to stand a chance.
I don't hate just playing blockers here, to be honest.
I mean, RJ, refresh as far as RJ. As soon as I
Um,
refresh, oh no, he's getting
yeah,
Rebecca.
so we're gonna pick up Rebecca almost certainly. Yeah,
Yeah, I think going down to 0 life, they
I'll put
might
on
have.
deck 2 blockers. Maybe we see it this game. Who knows? But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be Rebecca to come down. Probably add a 2k back, unless you can remove a body here. Possibly, actually. Yeah, so he's gonna Hina. He's looking to remove a body with a Brook swing.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, it's gonna be 6 from Brook. Removing the Onami, just making sure he can't threaten lethal.
Yeah. And now, if RJ was at 1 life here, he could swing both his leader and his big mom and win the game. But
It's yeah. Well, I mean, there's still a blocker on Jack's side as well, so it depends if you could rest it.
yeah, if he can rest it, he can also win. But if he
I also
can't
don't
rest
think we're
it,
in overtime just yet. I think we would just
no,
so this might be we might be on overtime now.
oh, I see, I see.
We're just very close to overtime.
Yeah, without seeing the clock, I'm unsure how much pressure is on them at the
Yeah,
moment.
it's pure guesswork, but I feel like 2 minutes has definitely passed.
Yeah, maybe that's why the players are playing the way they are.
Definitely tricky decision. Resting 10, so probably the third Shanks. It's gonna be the Roger come down here. That's why he went to 0 life. Okay, I
Yeah.
like it. That means he's got 2 cards in hand and he can't use the blocker.
Wow, if he can't counter the 6 here, yep. So that's game then. RJ
Yeah,
takes.
honestly, not being able to counter the 6 here is. Yeah, he just blocks it to
Wow.
concede. Wow, had a lot of bricks in hand. I didn't expect that to come down. The one Roger really just winning him out of the game there. That was not the end I expected.
Yeah, that is insane. I was
This-
thinking, how is he gonna get around this blocker with only 10 done? You can't swing,
I
but
was wondering why he went down to 0 life so easily. Now it makes a lot of sense.
yeah, yeah, and
Obviously,
that
Roger
that
not
whole
commonly seen in the deck, but definitely being the difference maker there in game 3. Wow,
yeah,
long games, but it's quite a good set of games there from Jack and RJ.